Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I'm Kim. This will be a short, gentle practice. We'll bring in some earth energy, some grounding, some centering, and we'll have a focus on the feet, the legs, the sitting bones, the lower body. You may want a blanket for the practice. If you don't have a blanket, grab a towel or something like that. And bring yourself into a comfortable seat. I am sitting up on a blanket right now. You can do the same. You could sit up on a block if you like, or a bolster or a pillow. Just find a comfortable seated position, whatever works for you right now. You can have the shins crossed, soles of the feet together with the knees wide or the legs extended out in front of you, or you could come to sit up on the heels with the knees bent if that feels better for you. So whatever works. Find your comfy space. Wiggle around, make any adjustments that you need to make, and then allow yourself to settle in. Rooting down through the sitting bones, the pubic bone, the feet, the legs, and wiggling the sides of the body long, lengthening up through the spine, up through the crown of your head. Close your eyes. You can bring the hands to rest on the knees or thighs or wherever it feels comfortable. Take a moment here to call all of your energy inward. Give yourself this time just for you, for yourself, for your yoga practice. Spend this time with you, body, mind, breath, and spirit. Check in and assess how you're feeling today, what you bring to the mat with you today. Honor whatever it is, wherever you are. No judgment. Just becoming curious, becoming aware. I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, compassionate with yourself as you move through our practice today, and to carry this intention with you off of the mat, out into the world. Take a few deep breaths here, in through the nose, all the way down and into the belly, filling the belly, letting the belly expand, feeling the sides of the waist expand, the low back expand, feeling the pelvic floor soften, release, and drop down. And then as you exhale, feel a gentle hug and lift of your pelvic floor, drawing in towards center of the belly, the side body, the low back. Lower ribs drawing in. You release the breath up, out through the nose. Inhale again, nice, deep, smooth, and steady breath in through the nose, all the way down into the belly. Filling the belly, side body, low back, down to the pelvic floor. Exhaling, that gentle hug and lift of the pelvic floor, drawing everything back into center, releasing the breath up, out through the nose. A few more breaths. And then come back to your natural breath. Begin to slowly flutter your eyes open. And then we'll bring the soles of the feet together. Knees out to the sides. If the knees are really high here, you could take blocks and tuck them underneath the knees or the thighs. Bring the feet together. Big toe mounds pressing together, little toe mounds pressing together. So all of your feet pressing together, the toes, the heels, inside edges, outside edges of the feet pressing together. And then keep the outer edges, pinky toe sides of the feet pressing together. Begin to open up through the inner edges of the feet. So if you're peeling the feet open as if you're reading a book here. And then you can stay here with hands on the feet, hands on the shins or the ankles. Or if it's accessible to you, you could take your fingers and weave them in between your toes. So using the fingers to find a little space, a little separation in between the toes. Then you can gently wiggle the feet with the fingers or just wiggle the toes around. So we need to open up through the feet. Give our feet some attention, some love. And then you can release the toes from in between the feet. And now we'll extend the right leg out in front of you. Pick up the left foot, take the right hand to the bottom of the foot, left hand to that left knee. Begin to just gently rock this left leg back and forth in front of the body and from side to side. And then release that left foot down to the mat. So inner edge or the bottom of the left foot pressing into the right inner thigh, left knee out to the side. And again, if that left knee is high, you could take a block and support that knee. Flex that right ankle, pull the toes back towards you. We'll take fingers underneath the shoulders, press down into your fingers, sit up nice and tall. And take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, either stay right here, or you could begin to slowly fold yourself forward over that right leg, walking the fingers down towards the foot maybe. And then walk yourself back up. And now we'll switch, extend that left leg out in front of you. Take your left hand to the bottom of the right foot, right hand to that right knee. And then a few times, just swing this leg in front of you. And then we'll drop that right foot to that left inner thigh now. Right knee will come out to the side. Block under the right knee if you need it. Flex that left ankle, sit up tall. Could have a bend in the left knee if you need it here, if it's feeling a little too intense on the back of the leg, or if it starts to roll your pelvis back. You want to be in a neutral position with the pelvis here, sitting up nice and tall. Then fingers around behind, under the shoulders, press down into the fingers, lengthen up through the spine. And then you stay right here. Or I'll take a deep breath in, lengthen up through the spine. With your exhalation, begin to fold yourself forward over the left leg. To your degree, it might not be too much, and that is totally okay. And then bring yourself up. Now extend both legs down the mat, and you could have a big or little bend in the knees here. Neutral position of the pelvis. And again, I'm sitting up on a blanket. You can do that too. You could sit up on something higher if you like as well. So reach the arms up along the ears. Deep breath in. As you exhale, soften the knees. Maybe even put a big bend in the knees. Hinge from your hips. Fold yourself forward. Bring your hands to grab a hold of the feet or the shins. And then slowly roll yourself up. Arms reach up again. Press down through the heels, down through the legs. Deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, maybe you bend the knees, fold from the hips. And then back up. Once more, reach arms up, press down through the heels, down through the legs. Nice long spine, deep breath in. Soften the knees and hinge it forward. And then bring yourself back up. One more time, let's take soles of the feet together. Knees wide, fingers around behind you, press down into the fingers, sit up nice and tall. And then we'll bring yourselves over into a table position. So you can move whatever you were sitting on, or you could put it underneath your knees here. From our table position, let's tuck the toes under. Begin to slowly walk yourself back. Roll up on to the balls of your feet. And then either stay up on the balls of the feet, or if it's available to you, allow the heels to drop down towards the mat. And you can turn the toes out at a little bit of an angle here, knees out at a little bit of an angle. So knees and toes moving in the same direction. Coming into squat pose here. And if the heels are up and you're on the balls of the feet, you could also grab your blanket and tuck it underneath the back of the heels. Let's take the palms together, elbows inside the knees. Press the knees open with the elbows at the same time. Hug the knees in. So find a little resistance here. Tailbone reaches down to the mat and reach up and out through the crown of your head. And then we'll bring it back into our table. Tuck the toes under, lift your knees up. And then we'll step the right foot up the mat. As you do that, reach the left hand up. Then we'll switch. Step the left foot up at the same time as you reach the right hand up the mat. Again, other side, right foot reaches up, left hand reaches up, and then left foot steps up, right hand reaches up. And then let's take ourselves back down the mat. Left foot will step back, right hand will step back, right foot, left hand, and then you switch. We're just crawling ourselves back and forth here. Opposite hand, opposite foot. When you come to the back of the mat, let's do it one more time. Crawl yourself up. And then we'll crawl it back down. And then drop your knees down to the mat. Back into our table. Spread fingers, tuck toes under, press into the hands, lift up through the forearms, up through the armpits, lift the hips up and back. Press the heels down towards the mat, but keep a bend in the knees here. Downward dog, press down and out through the hands, down through the fingers, down through the heels. And begin to pedal out your legs. Walking your dog, or find any movement that feels good. And then slowly find your way up to the top of the mat. You can slowly walk yourself up. And then we'll come into a forward fold. For a moment, lift your belly up off of your thighs. Soften the knees. Fold from your hips. And then let the belly relax down onto the thighs. Release your head, your neck. Shake or nod your head. Look right, look left. Bring your hands down to the mat. Sway the hips side to side, or you could grab a hold of the arms and sway the arms and sway the hips from side to side. And then bring yourself to center. Bend the knees. Reach your arms forward. Keep your bum low, coming up into chair pose, Utkatasana. Weight down into your heels, lift up and spread your toes, and then soften and relax the toes back down. Press down into your feet, come all the way up to stand, palms together overhead, and then hands come down to your heart, finding our mountain pose, Tadasana. Rooting down through the feet, ball under the big toe, ball under the little toe, center of the heel. Press down through those points on the bottom of the feet and feel the lift up through the arches, up through the inner legs, up through the belly. Feel that low back sweeping in and up, side body nice and long, heart reaching up, crown of the head reaching up. And then release the hands down. We'll sit back in our chair, arms sweep forward, bum back, hips back, knees back. Press into your feet, come all the way up, palms together overhead, and then hands come back down to your heart, finding Tadasana again. Sit it back in your chair, arms sweep forward. Few nice deep breaths here. Strong through the legs. Press into the feet, come all the way up, palms together overhead, hands slide back down to your heart. We'll take it into our chair pose one more time. Sit it back down, bum back, hips back, heart lifted, arms reaching forward. And then press into the feet, all the way up you come, palms back overhead, and then slide hands down to your heart. Now we'll move into a little bit of a balance pose. You may want to take yourself to a wall for this, so you could have hands on the wall, or you could bring a chair in front of you and just have hands on the chair back. So we'll roll up onto the balls of the feet, and if you're not using any support for balance, you could have the arms out to the side or hands on the hips, or even reach the arms forward. Roll up onto the balls of the feet, and now slowly, with the count of 10, slowly begin to lower the heels down to the mat. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels all the way down to the mat. We'll do it again. Roll it up, balls of the feet. Use your support if you need it. And then again, for the count of 10, we slowly lower the heels down to the mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down to the mat. Let's do it again. Roll it up, balls of the feet. Slowly lower the heels again. Count of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels come back down to the mat. Opening up through the back of the legs here. Let's do it one more time. Roll it up, balls of the feet. Hands on your support if you need it. Last time, we slowly lower the heels down. Count of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sweep the arms out to the side, palms together. Soften the knees. Fold yourself back into your forward fold. And then bend your knees a lot. Get your hands down on the mat. We'll step back into downward dog. Walk out your dog. Pedal out the legs. Bend and straighten the knees. Take any movement you like, or if it feels right, find some stillness maybe. Take a few deep breaths here. And then we'll lower knees down to the mat. Tuck your toes under. One more time, we'll come back into our squat pose. So slowly walk yourself back, roll up onto balls of the feet. Either stay up on the balls of the feet or drop heels down to the mat. Maybe open the knees and the toes out at an angle, palms together at the heart, elbows inside the knees. Press the knees open with the elbows as you hug the knees in. And then we'll bring it down, knees down to the mat. Knees wide towards the outer edges of your mat. Let's come through a child's pose. Begin to walk yourself down, forehead, third eye point, resting down onto the mat or onto a block. Walk yourself up. Come up to sit on your heels. Now we'll drop over to one hip. Swing your legs around. We'll bring it into a Shavasana and we'll use a blanket. So grab your yoga blanket or towel. Could use a pillow here as well. So we'll use this for a little grounding. So we'll come down into our Shavasana. Feet extended down the mat towards the outer corners, arms out to the sides, blanket right on top of your belly. Could have the arms under the blanket if you like. Let everything relax. Let go of effort. Let go of mental tension, muscular tension. Let your body soften, your mind soften. And just let your body get heavy. Let the earth hold you and support you. Relax. And now slowly remove the blanket from your belly. You can just push it off to the side. Slowly roll yourself over onto your belly. Take the feet wide and turn the toes out towards the sides, and then arms, make a little pillow here, stack the hands on top of each other and rest your forehead down on your hands, crocodile pose. And just continue to let the body soften, let go, relax. This time feeling supported by the earth through the front body, the front of your energy centers, your chakras. And then hands come underneath the shoulders, slowly press yourself up and come back into a comfortable seat. Bring your palms together at your heart. May you feel safe, may you be healthy, may you be happy, may you live with ease. May your heart be open to love, compassion, and may you know joy. Thank you so much for sharing this short, gentle, earthy grounding practice with me. Namaste.